Starting with men. We need more men to stand up and accept their leadership role. We need more men to stand up as leaders in their home and stop being passive and stop being cowards. We need more men to stand up on teams. We need men to stand up in church. We need men to stand up on social media. We need men to stand up, man. Too many boys and passive little boys that won't lead, won't take responsibility, won't take accountability. You can't keep hiding behind your wife and your girlfriend. At some point in time, men gotta stand up, man. I wish I had 1,000 men that would just holler at me for just a second. Where you at, man? That's all you got? 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 Where all the men at? Take the roof off this place. A praying man is a sexy man. Where all my ladies at? A praying man is a sexy man. A man who takes accountability is a sexy man. A man that takes responsibility is a sexy man. A man that reads, a man that prays, a man that leads, a man that shepherds is a sexy man. A man of character is a sexy man. A man of integrity is a sexy man. A man pursuing holiness is a sexy man. A man pursuing purity is a sexy man. A man who learns to hate sin is a sexy man. Just bring him here and leave him with us for 6 months. Bring him here. Leave him here for 6 months. Peter stood up. He stepped into his role as a godly leader. Our daughters need to see that. Our sons need to see that. Our girlfriends need to see that. Our fiancés need to see that. Our wives need to see that. The women in our church need to see that. Jesus wasn't no soft, picking lilies, floating around through valleys. He wasn't no soft, picking lilies, worried about not getting his nails dirty. He was rough and rugged. I ain't coming back to that church. I don't know why you brought me there. Go be a coward then. Go be a little punk with your tail between your legs then. Go ahead. Stay there. The kingdom is for real men. feel like Eminem. With the real men, please stand up. Shout, men, shout! As long as God gives me grace, I'm gonna be on two legs, preaching the truth of this gospel until He calls me home. I ain't no punk and I ain't no coward. And when we stand up, God walks us into new seasons that you would have missed had you not stood up, men and women. But you see the second thing in the text? Watch the details Luke put in there, the historian. He'll do this for the rest of Acts. Watch. He writes, watch, 120 people in the room. You should be thinking now, Jesus was seen alive by over 500. There's another 380 people plus not in that room. Where are they? We don't know. Pure conjecture. Maybe following Jesus became too much. Maybe they only followed him to the point it was no longer convenient. Maybe they were fans of Christ and not followers of Christ. And maybe the 120 were the true followers of Christ. Because it's easy to be a fan, it's another thing to be a follower. Fans of Christ hear stories, followers write stories. These 120 followers of Christ was about to write a brand new story that would change the whole world while other people was watching what was about to happen. That's why you gotta be in the room, in the kingdom, on the team, in the squad. You gotta be in the community. You gotta be in and amongst, because you have no idea what you're gonna miss when you're not in and amongst. These men, these 100, their lives was about to be changed in 10 days for the people that were in the room. Verse 16, faithfulness. That you don't have to force yourself into a role. You don't have to force yourself into a position. You don't have to force yourself to be seen. Your faithfulness will speak for you. When you are faithful, you know what follows faithful people? Favor. Favor follows faithful people. And when you are faithful, favor will open up doors. Favor will open up relationships. Favor will put you in places you had no business doing. Favor will put you on the hearts and minds of people you don't even know are thinking about you. Matthias, we never hear of him. Justice, we never hear of them. But what we know about them is that they were faithful. They had been there all this time. And watch how they were chosen. They was not chosen because of nepotism. They were chosen as Peter led them to watch. Lord, search. You know the hearts of these men. You know what Peter's doing? God, tell us which one to choose. He's showing us how to make life decisions. How do you make life decisions? Seek God. How are you getting married and you have not prayed? How are you starting a ministry and you have not prayed? How are you doing anything that's a major life decision and you have, you know what we see in the first church? We see a church that is obedient to the scriptures. We see a church that is unified. We see a church that is serious about prayer. We see a church that is seeking God for decisions. We see the embryonic form of what we should be as the Christian church today. It's what we should be as the bride of Christ in America and what we should be as the bride of Christ around the entire world. And while we will have problems, while we will struggle in the flesh, if we will be powerful, if we will be focused on the calling that God has given us to spread the gospel to the whole world, to make disciples, to be his witnesses, we will be a powerful church if we are following the scriptures, if we are fighting for unity, if we're pushing back against discord and strife, if we're together as one, if we are obeying the things that we are hearing and trying to do this, not just coming and hearing sermons, but trying to live this out. And if we're seeking God for our major decisions, man, this is what we see in the very first church. This is what we need to see in America, in the bride. This is what we need to see around the whole world.